baby, this video is gonna be spicy. Because yesterday I think we had the most brain-dead move from the guys at Cat Daddy and SuperCard in this game's history. And before we get into too much detail, no, none of this is an April Fool's prank. This all happened.
It's real.
We found out the answer to the question no one asked: what's the most expensive card in SuperCard history? Oh boy. But before we get into that, something you don't have to pay a single dime for, not a cent, not a penny, not even any of your precious doubloons. It's entering a special giveaway for a Cody Rhodes pack, which has this masked equipment which I mentioned in the campaign guide. It also features credits, legacy cards, and 10 rarity draft picks you can save if you wanted to until the next rarity, Wrestlemania. All you gotta do is hit a thumbs up, free, hit a subscribe button, free, and comment down below what is your favorite ever Cody Rhodes moment, and it could be in AEW, Ring of Honor, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, heck, I'll even allow Stardust. Let me know those in the comments down below, and congrats to RobRisk387 for winning the Battle Pass from the 2K25 video. But we've got to start off with talking about WrestleMania month. We're finally here, guys. We get to see John Cena beat up Cody Rhodes. Yay! I think I'll be okay as long as I see Cody Rhodes give Travis Scott the mother of all receipts. He's got it coming. Ring domination this week into the following week, which is the final one before the new rarity. Yes, it's coming. And we have ourselves a new American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, which seemingly finishes this mini event of different Cody Rhodes cards, which they could have probably just put on one flip card. But listen, I don't make the decisions. I'm just a YouTuber, despite what some people think on Twitter. We also have a Kevin Owens limited edition, which I'm sure he is absolutely thrilled about sharing with Cody Rhodes. I don't care how many other people say otherwise, Kevin Owens was right. Following up that ring domination with Road to Glory. Yay! No doubt it's probably going to be one of the ladies to finish off the rarity before we then jump into the end of the Road to WrestleMania. Yes, that's going to be when WrestleMania drops. We kind of found that out a couple of weeks ago, thanks to the Battle Pass. But the surprising part comes afterwards, because we have a flash event on the opening weekend. Now, I have to admit, it's probably a really smart thing, as most people would probably skip the first week of a rarity after they've got their freebies and whatnot, or maybe not go for a heroic card. Well, with this, it's a flash event with two of the fastest flash event modes, providing you've got doublers, etc. in the game. Now, there's every chance this is a mistake, but I very much doubt it. I think this is a way to get people to play during WrestleMania weekend. The week afterwards, we are blessed with the presence of Sheamus, an interesting choice for a special edition card, I'm not gonna lie. And whilst it's not shown here, the Battle Pass will also drop on the 16th as well. There's not much more to make of this. Everything has come out in the rarity so far. I'm just surprised we haven't had confirmation of a new special event. Who knows? Maybe they're holding things back they don't want us to see at the moment. Put your thoughts in the comments down below. So let's get right into Backstage. You may have heard of it if you've been on social media or you've been in the 2K Discord. This is a place you can usually go to get discounts on packs or special packs you wouldn't usually be able to get, either in-game or for a much higher cost if you was to go through, let's say, Google or Apple. Although sometimes the cost in-game is cheaper. Well, this is where the web store is coming with something called WWE SuperCard Backstage. You know that thing that went really well for WWE, and they included CM Punk and ended up annoying everyone, and then, well, Fox cancelled it because no one was watching it. Well, not when CM Punk wasn't on anyway. Well, the premise of WWE SuperCard Backstage is when you buy things from the web store using your player ID you find in your profile. Just a reminder, never give your player ID to anyone, apart from like 2K support and stuff. Every time you purchase something in this store, you'll earn a specific amount of Backstage tokens, a form of currency that you could then use to purchase certain items items that are exclusive to that store. A couple of the items that were available were a Michelle McCool card back, a support, a piece of equipment for a special Undertaker card, a Mike Rome announcer pack and attitude pack, some chat flares, card backs, avatars, and etc. They also had the first 3 exclusive cards. They were, as aforementioned, the special Michelle McCool support, her debut in SuperCard, an Undertaker motorbike exclusive equipment, and a limited edition Undertaker. Now you're probably saying, hey, that's pretty cool. It's nice to get a little rebate, a little extra for you bang for your buck. So you're probably saying, hey, what's so bad about this? Well, let's go through the backstage tokens you receive for every purchase. If you was to buy, say, the Cody Rhodes pack I mentioned in our little giveaway earlier, you would net yourself 150 backstage tokens. If you was to purchase the Monday Night Raw pack, which is exclusive to Mondays, you'd get 200 backstage tokens. If you were like me and going for a big pack opening when a new rarity started, you'd purchase, let's say, a gigantic credits pack and receive 2,000 of these backstage tokens. And this is where I'm going to hit you with the big news. The Undertaker cost 10,000 backstage tokens. 40,000 credits costs £160, or roughly about $200. So doing some very quick Steiner math, we came up with the figure of $1,000 for a limited edition Undertaker card that had about 2 weeks of use. I will admit, one time I spent £750 on one card, and that was back in season 4. I still have the card myself to this day. It is my #1 Roman Reigns card. And that's how much I spent on the Last Man Standing event to get this Roman Reigns #1 Last Man Standing card. But this is #1. This is, no one could ever take this away from that person, but no, this is for one individual card. And whilst yes, you would get the credits you have alongside it, so you can spend that on whatever you want or the extra packs, to spend $1,000 on a single card is absolute insanity. It has no staying power, and going by what's happened in the past, they've put limited edition cards back in the game when they've not reached a certain threshold. For example, CM Punk and the limited edition Santa. So there's no guarantee that $1,000 you spent would get you something that was exclusive to you and a very small amount of people. Now, on release, this was met with a seismic level rejection from the SuperCard community, who absolutely lambasted, and rightly so, this seemingly, and I'll come to why seemingly in a second, attempt at gouging as much money out of the players as possible by the guys at Cat Daddy. Not only because there's only 2 to 3 weeks of this rarity left for a card that, well, in that period of time would become completely irrelevant power-wise to most of the player base, but because regular cards that you can get for free in-game right now, including this Seth Rollins that's in the team event today, required you to spend $300 worth of transactions on this site to cash in for this item. And it isn't a level that you can keep and just redeem whenever you're ready. No, once you cash in, you lose those backstage tokens. Within 45 minutes, that Undertaker card, the equipment, and that Michelle McCool were gone, disappeared, and haven't been seen since. But you can only access this on your phone, so I've got it here. It is as crazy as to, you can use 1,500, which is what you would get if you spent £160 or $200 for a Royal Rumble card, a tier that is dead in the water. You'd be using that as a rung on the ladder to Dual and Wrestlemania rarity. It is insane. And to give you another example of why it's so crazy, limited edition cards can be found relatively easy, whether it's on the rarity draft board, alternatively in the pack store. If you want a guaranteed limited edition card, you can wait for the standard 1 to 10 packs, and they cost you about 9,000 credits. 9,000 credits, based on the breakdown, is around about £50, maybe $75. They were expecting you to spend 18 times that value to get this one very special Undertaker card. Lunacy. And considering the values haven't changed, this looks like it was done by design, and if it was an April Fool's, it would have changed already. I haven't seen a a level of greed, and I'm going to call it as I see it, greed, in this game since they released those really ill-advised VIP packs. You guys might remember those. There was one during a Wrestlemania rarity where you got exclusive card backs, and I think only like 1 or 2 people purchased them. And if you're wondering which card backs I'm talking about, if you go to campaign now and play any level, the card backs the opponents have is a diamond style. That's the card back that you would be able to get in game if you spent $600 on this one pack that had nothing exclusive apart from those card backs. So this may be the most egregious level of, I'm just gonna say it, bullshit I have ever seen in this game. Listen, guys at Cat Daddy were on a roll up until this point after the insanity of the Christmas events. You guys remember Save Santa? That was certainly a thing. And things were going pretty well. And then this happens just before WrestleMania rarity. It is absolutely absurd. And some people have asked me, JB, go and open this. Do this as a one-off for YouTube. And I say to you, no, I'm not going to come on this video and lambast the guys at Cat Daddy and then validate that it was acceptable by opening this garbage. It's not happening. And I advise everyone who even is considering opening any of this stuff to get out of that backstage area and avoid at all costs until this changes, because none of the stuff in the backstage area at this moment in that web store, apart from the free card back you can get, is worth a minute of your time. Some may see this as overly harsh and maybe I'm going in too hard. No. This is the kind of thing that needs to be called out. This is the thing you need to say, no, stop, this is not happening. Hopefully I'll have a future update video where this has been changed and updated. Even if people are upset about, you know, the WrestleMania Forever, at least they've then put those supports out for free or in lower level costed packs so people can purchase them if they've not got the benefit of luck from any of the special modes. For the benefit of this video, this is the card back you get if you go into the store and claim this free gift. So go in and get that one, but then leave that the hell alone. We have a response from the guys at Cat Daddy through the community manager, Zach, who, when I asked about whether there'd be any updates to the backstage rewards or the token costs of items, stating that updates are coming to the store and that they definitely noted the initial dissatisfaction. This is followed up by Real Echo on the 2K official Discord, who stated that whilst they knew it wasn't Zach's direct fault, but surely the guys at Cat Daddy knew that $1,000 for a card was a bad idea before it was launched. Zach responded the idea was that over time, purchases and tokens earned from the web store would accrue and allow people to pick up some extra stuff, rather than outright asking players to spend that much on a card. That will still be how it works, but they're making some tweaks to make it more flexible as to how the tokens can be earned and to stay tuned. Now, I appreciate that Zach is the messenger. It would be just worth me pointing out that this Undertaker card and all the cards that came alongside it were all for dual rarity. Why would someone 90 days down the line be interested in a dual rarity card when we're coming up to SummerSlam rarity? This comes to me as one of two things: either a really badly thought out idea, which has been launched as a feature without being fully checked out, or that it was done on purpose to try and catch people out, not expecting that this would be the response. And to this point, the Backstage web store is still available for people to make purchases, whereas really that should have been taken down as soon as the other items were removed. It's still possible for people to potentially spend the wrong amount if there's gonna be updates to pricing on items that are significantly overpriced, and I'd like to hope that this will be addressed in the near future. I am gonna open the Cody Rhodes pack I got myself to get that piece of equipment, just to see if maybe we get a little bit lucky, because there is a chance of getting Cody. Even though I was able to get the F1 from the quest, that's going to skip it, and we didn't get Cody, but we are definitely going to get our hands on the Cody Rhodes dashing mask, which gives an absolutely eye-watering boost. And this is worth like 10 times whatever is in the backstage area. Seriously, this lasts for more than one rarity, 2 rarities, maybe even 3. Sometimes pieces of equipment like this are more beneficial than getting a superstar card itself, and it's highly likely that Cody's going to show up in WrestleMania rarity, so it makes total sense to have it. One thing we might see is the People's Championship belt that is currently on the rarity draft board, so you might be lucky enough to see it yourself. We've got a dual card here, Papa Shango, very nice, as he had a very special piece of equipment from Royal Rumble, so he might be very useful in WrestleMania Rarity when it happens, but you may come across your own People's Championship, which is available on the draft board now for the next week. But to end the video on a slightly more positive note, we are going to do our free hype train and get our first Dual Fusions. Yes, Dual Fusions have arrived if you've got the tokens. I say free go, but I'm going to have to discard some of these cards, so I might as well just give in and surrender. Yep, that's a surrender for my free go, because yeah, I just was not getting anything good from that. We'll try and forget that ever happened. But these fusions have some incredible images, and I love the design of them as well. We got Finley returning to the game after I don't know how long, Chad Gable, Bron Breakker, Drew McIntyre, Julia, and Roxanne Perez, and the images, especially CM Punk's, is just We're gonna finish now and hopefully get CM Punk. That's what I'm looking for. If not, a beautiful Julia would be very, very nice. I've heard Roxanne Perez's image is pretty cool as well. Let's see what we get in number one. Numero uno. Is it the one I want? Mr. Punk. It's Fit Finlay. Which is nice to see him back in the game, because he was a good wrestler. In fact, you know what? He was a fantastic wrestler. I'm not doing him justice by saying he was good. He was an absolute demon in his time in the ring. Go look up some of his old WCW and WWE matches and you'll see for yourself. Very similar to William Regal in that aspect. It's Roxanne Perez. I didn't realize it was the Bayley outfit. That's cool. Considering we've just had Bayley as a special card as well, this is nice. I'm a big fan. Not the kind of outfit you'd expect to see either, which is crazy we can now have these when before there wasn't even a chance this was gonna happen. Next up, the third fusion in a row is Roxanne Perez Pro. Let's go, baby. We'll get that pro'd up in just a second. We've got 2 more fusions to go. I'm trying to get that CM Punk card. We will have a look at that Pro Roxanne Perez. It is Finley for a Pro. Okay, so far, only 2 superstars out of 4 fusions. Hopefully we can break the Irish curse of Mr. Finley. Let's see. It's... Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. We have officially won. It is old school ECW CM Punk, and that is why the image is so good. I'm not going to do another. I'm going to start the fusion and walk away now. For those of you who've been around the channel for a while know that I am a massive CM Punk mark. So this makes me a very, very happy camper. We can go to his limited edition card and put on that old school image. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Perfection, dare I say. Stunning. And I could go to the actual card itself and put on the first card he had in SuperCard. We can even go and put on another old school image of the Second City Saint himself. Or we could just go straight to the limited edition one, which probably looks the best. For Roxanne Perez, we can always just go to her Battle Pass card and grab this image, which does look pretty cool. I'm not sure when that was from, or we can go to her very first card in SuperCard, which was back in Ronin tier. Who remembers that one? It actually fits the card perfectly because of the green outlines. But let's go and check out that pro animation and see for ourselves. Is it as good as all the others have been? It is... I'd say it's okay, but maybe the start of the animation's better than this one. Let's go and check it out. No, it's literally might as well be the same. There's no real pro animation to it. So it's kind of a letdown compared to previous cards. But the most important thing we did is we got CM Punk at the end of the day. And considering the tone of most of this video, I'd say this is a pretty good way to end it. But if you're struggling with campaign for Dual Rarity, go and check out this video just over here. There's even a QR code in it too. Or check out the latest video just down there. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye. Mwah.